y is equal to v squared. Like a lot of people were asking me what is this y is equal to v squared. I have done a small printout and I would love to leave it with you so that you can take it home when you are going in. What is this? Y is equal to v squared. We all know about this. This is your purpose. Y means your purpose and the two v's are, one is values, other v is your vision. We talk about the purpose. So, what is your purpose? Thought about it?
Currently to listen to you.
Life purpose. Thought about it, ma'am? Thought about your purpose? Anybody has thought about your purpose? Yeah, some of you all. Yeah, ma'am. What's your purpose? Yeah. Super. Shall we give her a good round of applause? Great. Now, we all would have thought about some kind of a purpose. If not, start thinking today, what is the purpose that you want to leave behind when you leave an organization? Some people call it legacy if you are working in an organization, because the day that you leave the organization, you are nobody, right? 25 years given to the company, after 1 week security guard is asking who you are. Right? I say 25 years gave to this company, right? It's all forgotten unless you discover your purpose. Now, the challenge is like when discovering your why in an organizational setting, you have a team also. Now, what is the team purpose? And the next most important question, the practical question is, are they aligned? My purpose, my organization purpose, is it aligned? I am going to give you a small formula, how do I do with most of the organizations that I worked on. Now, in order to do that, go back to this particular principle of iceberg. What do you remember when you talk about iceberg? Titanic. What happened to Titanic? Why did it go down? Yeah, because of the invisible part. Where do you think is your purpose is? Is it on the top or the bottom? Your purpose of your life. If you feel that the iceberg top part is your iceberg, your purpose, then the bottom part is what really controls your life in. Most of us, our purpose is not seen from outside. What they see is our education qualification, the car that we drive, money in our bank account. But at this moment of time, my country Sri Lanka is zero bank account. So, we are officially declared bankrupt. So, India is giving us a lot of money, China is giving us more money, right. So, right. So, country is in a dilemma, but individual people's bank accounts are still not zero, coming closer to zero because they started taxing from January, everybody, right. So, I hope some of my colleagues are there. By the time all the deductions have come, we do not have any money in the account to live. So, that is where the bottom part of the iceberg is. Now, Robert Kiyosaki, how many of you have heard about him? Yeah, Robert Kiyosaki in his research told something very powerful. He said most of us are born as iceberg, we will die also as iceberg, rest of the world does not know where we lived or not. But we have a choice, that the choice is if we convert this iceberg into the mountain, now mountain does not melt, iceberg melts. Now, if that can be your purpose, how many of the mountains who have helped you to become who you are today, your mentors, right, you always talk about this. And I still remember my school teacher who helped me to be who I am today, right. Maybe I have not, most of the people that I met in the downtime, I do not even remember, but my school teacher I still remember. My next door neighbor I still remember, because that person helps me to achieve something in life. So, how can you convert your iceberg into a mountain? 1955, a formula was built by this guy called Johari. Anybody remember this Johari window? That is the method, simple method. This was my doctoral research also. Unfortunately, in my country nobody wants to believe it, so I had to go and do it in another country to get it done. So, your purpose is not seen, purpose will die with you, but if you become the mountain, right, your purpose will remain. How do you do it? Simple scenario, the 4 boxes. About my life, what others know, that is known as your open box. About myself, others know. The green color box is most important. About myself, others do not know. The red box is the most powerful thing. About myself, I do not know, others know, the gossip box. right? The grapevine, the gossip box, very powerful. In organization only, gossip book only will take you up. Not your qualification, not your competency, all these things are theory, right? If you want to go up, gossip, you go up, right? And the brown box, I also don't know, others also don't know. Now, in order for you to raise your iceberg up to the mountain, which box is more important out of these 4 boxes? At the moment you are iceberg, maybe 1/10th is seen, 1/20th is seen, for another person is 40-50 seen, for another person is only 8 to 90 seen, right? What box is more important? Yeah, the blue box. The bigger the blue box means what? Icebergs go out, icebergs start going up. So how tell your friend only, right? After that you went to what? Don't tell anybody, right? That's it. The whole office knows you have achieved something and everybody will come and congratulate you. So have you achieved your purpose? Achieve. So the green box is totally within your control. You blow the trumpet, but you have to do and blow the trumpet, right? So do something and then you blow the trumpet. If you are not good at blowing the trumpet, if you are not extravagant person, tell a friend, tell somebody like that person will blow the trumpet on behalf of you. Whole office get to know about you. Wow, otherwise the boss doesn't know even. The red box, totally gossips control only. How do you do this? Very correct. Always ask. Go from your boss and ask every day morning, how am I doing? How am I doing? Good morning, boss. Then the boss knows you exist in the company. How am I doing? How am I doing? He said, how are you doing? So much of work is procrastinating, right? So many customer complaints have come, right? And then you revise it. So the previous speaker spoke about power of performance appraisal, performance management. So by the time the actual appraisal come, you have corrected all your mistakes, correct? Why? Because all the time you went and asked the boss, no, you told me everything, right? For the last 6 months I am working on. Now you can't grade me below par, below average. You have to give me exceed expectations, correct? Because you went and asked all the time. Ask. If you are having kids, anybody having kids? Right? You ask your children, am I a good mother or a good father? Powerful question. You will be shocked. What can I do for you? This coaching question of what can I do for you? Right? What will the children will do? Yeah, teenage children. Yeah, teenage only, right? So then what happens? They give you a bucket list, right? You think that they will give you a bucket list? No. I have done this research in multiple parts in my country, in some other countries also. Children basically comes back and ask something very powerful. Can I borrow 1 hour of your time? Shocking results getting in. You're so busy running around, mom you're so busy, dad you're so busy, right? Can you give me 1 hour of your time? That is what the kid is asking. They don't ask a bucket list of things that they don't know, like whatever they can, they basically give it. So then peers, the peers, like they are not in competition with you, right? What do you ask them? How am I doing? What are they doing? You are all good, man. You have to stop talking. You have been always promising, you never deliver the promise, but you are my friend. I still look after you. Peers will give you honest feedback. So the 3 parties, red box, walls have ears in organization. Yes or no? Yeah. Corridor gossip is very powerful. Right? So always ask the boss, ask the peers, ask your subordinates, what can I do for you? How can I help you? Then automatically by the time the performance appraisal comes, you have cleared the red box. So simple 2 things. One side tell, other side ask. What happens? Your iceberg goes up, you become the mountain, your purpose is very clear for the others. Now isn't what that we do as coaches? This is what we basically do, right, in coaching. Now in doing this, the first thing that we can use is like everybody spoke today. All the speakers spoke on this subject called the values. Right? Now in these values, I prepared a value sheet consisting of 90 values that I use with my corporates. 90 values different companies are putting up. Right? So I want maybe 3 volunteers, quickly 3 volunteers, maybe one from this side. Right? One person, yes, sir. Pick up 5 values that defines who you are. 5 values, I give you time. Anybody, a lady from this side? Yeah, ma'am. 5 values out of this list what defines who you are. Maybe somebody from the back? Yes, sir. 5 values that defines who you are. 2 minutes. Others can also look at this. So I've basically taken up many corporates. They have this beautiful wall hanging by value statements. Right, from that I pick up this list and most of the words are there. Maybe if it's not there, you can pick it up. So 3 people I just taken randomly. How difficult this exercise is, I want to show you. So you have picked up your values? Yeah, right, okay. And ma'am, you have picked up your values? Okay. So you have picked up your values? Shall we listen to your values? Okay. 3. Yeah, integrity, knowledge and? Okay, wealth. What about you, sir? 5, okay. Superb. Ma'am, what?
Adventure, collaboration, curiosity, dignity, belonging.
3 of these people getting together to start up a company. 3 different directions, right? Now, how are you going to get the values done? Everybody, like value sheet is very big, right? It's so difficult to do this exercise. So you have to like say, these are my personal values. Then we'll go into an organizational setting and you have been put into a project team or whatever, you have the team values, right? Then you have the organization values. Very, very difficult exercise. What you are saying is like identify company core values, hire the right person to the core values. Those are interesting stuff. But end of the day, like your personal values is what defines you are, right? Your purpose. Okay. So with that thought processes in mind, organizations also believe this, the shared values concept. So aligning this is something very important. So there is an exercise, we call it a bottom-up exercise. You take your values, put it into, collate it, then you come up, redefine it, go and expand these things and things like that. That is the value part. Then comes the vision part. Now vision part is also very difficult because vision is where you want to go. Different people have different pathways. Everybody raise your right hand up. Close your eyes. Show me the north. Show me the north. North side. Okay, see right, not that side, not this side, not this like, is like the God. Can we have so many norths? Can't, right? Right, so the visioning is very difficult to align. Then you have certain pathways, how you can do it. Now once you get the visioning alignment done, value alignment done, you can plan out your life going forward in. Now just to summarize this process in, how do you prepare the vision statement? It's like you can go back in your fight, reflect back, identify some key turning points and what makes you those key turning points. Then you find a theme and from that theme actually you can build your vision path that is coming in. Now going forward in, right, so these are some things that you can do. All these things are there in small card, I will give it to you. So now finally, this is a process that I basically use in order to prepare my purpose statement. These are some organizations, very importantly, that their purpose statements and values have been built. And finally, like I would like to share my purpose. When I was small, I was scared of darkness. So my mother lit a candle and gave me light. So my purpose was to become a candle until the day that I realized candle fades away by giving light to others. So I became a lamp. I still give light to others. I work with the youth in the country. I am the national youth coordinator in my country. Across, I do a lot of youth programs. I lecture in 7 local universities, 5 foreign universities, undergraduates, and none of these people I charge anything, right? All as pro bono, right? I do it, especially the state universities, right? And that undergraduates, I work with the corporates trying to build lamps across the country. By doing this, I believe in integrity, commitment to my cause, and try to drive excellence in mind. So my real purpose is to see a lot of people becoming lamps and driving that message across so that they can find their voices within. Thank you very much.